This is what really links communities together, and not only communities but also the city centre with everything it's got to offer, whether that's jobs, whether that's education, whether that's entertainment, whether that's onward travel from the bus and train station. This kind of thing really helps people get from one place to another and enables them to choose active and sustainable ways in which to do so. And I've used these routes with children. I can see the direct benefit that they have from routes like this. Just riding these routes, you chat to people along the way and you see a lot of people using it. It's not just cyclists, it's not just walkers, people out with dogs, mobility scooters. It really is used by a really broad section of the community here. And this kind of thing, people will really use it, and the more we can build, the more people will use it. So yeah, absolutely, we'd like to see much more of this happening across the city.
Yeah, so the Bounty project I founded in 2017 after we recreated the voyage of Captain Bligh for a Channel 4 documentary. This exact boat is a replica of the boat that he was cast adrift in. I bought the boat off the production company at the end and set up the Bounty project so we could take the boat and the story into schools and start to do a lot of educational work, but also the boat is coded commercially to operate in Plymouth Sound, so we could take the kids out on the boat. Now with Smart Sound, it's a 5G network. It means that we can equip this boat with cameras that can live stream, so we can take some of our tours and experiences, and whilst we might only have maybe half a dozen kids in the boat, we can be streaming live to their school. We can have kids interacting with their classmates in real time. I'm really excited about the potential for it. We also, at the Bounty Centre, we've got a facility there where I'd actually, rather than sort of sticking up a note that says, we've gone sailing for the day, I'd like to have some screens on the container there so people can actually interact with what we're doing whilst we're out sailing, so they can stop and actually see what we're doing, which would be quite new, certainly for us, just telling the story of what we're doing in a better way, really.
So we are owned by the government. We are the UK's National Metrology Institute, which is to do with measurement, and we manage the measurement standards for the UK. We have about 1,000 scientists, and we undertake a large range of science and research associated with measurement. Well, I think Smart Sound already is demonstrating a huge amount of value, and there are several key things here we see in Smart Sound. Firstly is the connectivity in it, which is really, really important. And that's really hard to achieve. High quality, high speed connectivity over water is just a generally challenging thing, and coming from a measurement background, we understand that very well, that the challenge is there. Secondly, the amount of sensors, and indeed the sensors that we're going to put in under the MAP programme as well, going to mean there's going to be an unprecedented quality and range of data. And now that's data that will support us, but also data that will support other projects, including environmental and other related projects as well.
The Maritime Autonomy Assurance Testbed looks to be a multi-year programme to help enable and deliver autonomy in the maritime. The challenges we have is actually demonstrating safe and safe enough. There's a lot of systems starting to develop, but the innovation is there, but proving safety is the critical challenge we have to do. Smart Sound will be core to that deliverable. As I said, we're potentially here for 3.5 years, looking to gather all types of shipping transit sort of data, but also all of the environment. So we are here in the good, the bad, and certainly the indifferent, inclement weather that we would aspire to get. So that agility and bandwidth is a huge enabler for this programme.
Well, an important thing for the area is that we obviously have a requirement for a lot of homes, industrial investment and development. We're constrained very much in this area because of the topography and the materials we have, the clays, the resources. We've got Dartmoor on one side, the sea on the other, and the area that is open for development therefore exists down the A382. And the A382 is the main arterial road that links Bovey Tracy with Newton Abbot. So getting that road upgraded is absolutely vital to make sure that the homes can be delivered and the resources brought to the people that are going to have their homes built in that area. So the LEP have been at the forefront. Devon County have obviously been heavily involved, as is Teambridge, in pulling together an overall plan that delivers on behalf of all the people, and particularly for those people that will be taking advantage of the new homes. People here live here because A, it's a great place to live and work, and they need places to work, and access to the main arterial routes quickly, efficiently, means that living here has all its advantages, and being able to work and travel in the places that provide the jobs is equally important. providing the links to enable them to do that, the roads, the A382s, is going to be a major contribution towards that. So when it's finished, it'll be fantastic.
Gravity is a 616-acre site situated here in the heart of Sedgemoor in Somerset, northernmost part of the LEP area actually. The vision here is to drive forward the national agenda in terms of transport decarbonisation and clean growth. So our vision is very much centred on clean and inclusive growth. Connectivity is essential. We wouldn't have a chance of landing the right quality of tenant without high levels of connectivity. This site has to function within a global marketplace, and one of the first questions what you're asked as a host for inward investment is proximity to strategic motorway network, also ports, and we're very fortunate to have Bristol Port within 30 miles of the site and the airport within 23 miles of the site, serving over 120 destinations. So this link road is absolutely vital because it provides that strategic connectivity to the major and the strategic road network. Paul, what could you tell us that's unique about the link road?
A couple of things, Claire. The Green Bridge, I think it's the first green bridge in Somerset, and that allows the residents from Willavington and Puriton to access the bridleway, cross the link road, and the public footpath up to the Polden Ridge, and the bridleway back to the village.
How is a link road being used now in the context of the early site preparation works? Because there's another really good, reuse, recycle story there, isn't there?
Yes. So at the moment, we are working with Kelston Sparks. Kelston Sparks are a National Grid Balfour Beatty contractor who worked on the T-pylon project. And we are bringing all of the 6F5 piling mat material and all of the Type 1 haul road material into gravity off the T-pylon site. That will be, at the moment, that's being stockpiled on the site in readiness for tenants, because we will need to create piling mats for the buildings. So we started in the middle of May, and thus far we've imported about 40,000 tonnes of material from the National Grid site.
So in terms of the technical processes, the figure that's quoted is £500 million contribution into the regional economy, but we are hoping that we can do far better than that. So we're already seeing a lot of interest from the local supply chain in terms of working with us, and the site team are very, very good about encouraging that. But obviously that's something that's going to grow and develop over time.